This is a continuation of individual stunts, starting with the jump turns.
Movement is called jump turns. You gotta keep your arms outstretched to the sides. You do quarter turns and half turns to the right and left as directed. You land lightly and without any second movements. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. Keep your arms outstretched to the sides, nice position, squatted position, and you use quarter turns. See, quarter turns, that was 1/4, 1/4, they got me to the side, and you use half turns. All while keeping your hands outstretched. This movement is called the rubber band. You're gonna start in a squat position, and you're gonna clasp, you see that? You clasp your hands around your knees, okay? On the command, stretch, stretch, stretch. You stretch as tall and as wide as possible, okay? On the command, snap, you snap back to your original position. Let me see that one more time. Nice squatted position. Clasp your hands. Stretch, 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 wide and as tall as possible. On the command, snap, you snap back. This next activity is called pumping the balloon. You're gonna have a balloon pumper standing in front of the child who is the balloon, okay? You're gonna pretend to have a bicycle pump, and each pump you make, you're gonna make a shoe sound pumping up the balloon. That child is gonna come up gradually until you make the bang sound. When you make the bang sound, that child is going to fall on the floor slowly, okay? Can I get a demonstration of the balloon pumping? Here we go. Shh, 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 bang! Until the child falls on the floor gradually. Thank you. The movement is called the rising sun. You lie on your back and you slowly stand up using your arms for balance only. Okay? So you're not gonna use your arms on the ground, you're just gonna get up any way you can. And you're gonna use your arms for balance. This is called the heel click, okay? You're gonna stand with your feet slightly apart, okay? You're gonna jump up and you're gonna click your heels together, coming down with the feet apart, okay? You try that with a quarter turn right and a quarter turn left, okay? Let me show you that movement real quick. Feet apart, jump up, click, coming slightly apart whenever you come down, okay? You got a variation to this. You can clap your hands overhead while clicking the heels. You can also try to click the heels twice before landing, okay? Land with the feet apart. Here we go. Let me try that again. Land with the feet apart. Also, clasp your hands. Land with the feet apart. Next movement is called lowering the boom. You're going to start in front rest position, front leaning rest position for the push-up, okay? You lower your body slowly to the floor, controlling the movement, keeping the body rigid, okay? You got some variations to this, all right? Start, nice good position, front leaning rest position, and you pause halfway down, okay? You can go down in stages, inch by inch. All right, show you what that looks like. Whew, you can go down with a noise. You can go down with a noise. Simulates like the air escaping a balloon. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, or you can go down in stages by alternating, lowering the left and right arm. Left, right, left, right. Control that body movement. Next movement is called the heel slap, okay? From an erect position with hands at the sides, you're going to jump upward and slap both heels with the hands, okay? The variation of this is slapping 2 times before you land, okay? Let me show you what that looks like. Erect position, that's hands at the sides. You're gonna jump up, slap those heels, okay? Let me show you that variation. Jump up, 2. Next movement is called the pogo stick, okay? You're gonna pretend to be a pogo stick by keeping a stiff body and jumping on the toes, okay? You hold your hands in front as if grasping the stick itself. Alright? Let me show you what that looks like. Pogo stick. Alright. The top.
From a standing position with arms at the sides, try jumping and turning to face the opposite direction. Turning 3/4 of the way around or making a full turn to face the opposite direction. Land in good balance with your hands near the sides. Do not move the feet after landing. Turn both right and left. Stress number concepts by having children do half turns, 3/4 turns, and full turns.
Next movement is called the sitting stand, okay? You're going to stand with your feet apart and your arms folded in front of you. You pivot on the balls of both feet and face the opposite direction. Your legs will now be crossed, okay? So, and then you sit down in that position. You reverse the process by getting up without using the hands for aid, and uncross the legs with a pivot to face the original direction. The feet do not move much. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. Good. Feet apart, hands folded position. You then turn on the balls of your feet, and now your legs are crossed. Okay, you sit down in this position, and now you reverse the process, getting up without using any arm movement. Feet do not move much. Next movement is called the push-up. From a front-leaning rest position, like so, you lower the body and you push it up back to the original position. Alright, you focus on moving only the arms, alright? And keep the body rigid. Let me show you that. Focus on moving only those arms. Keep that body rigid. It's called the crazy walk. You're going to want to start with your hands outwards, stretched out in an outward position to get you a good balanced base, okay? Feet, you're going to want to start with your feet one behind the other, and you're going to want to move forward gradually, okay? One foot swinging around from behind the other to gain a little ground each time. That's the crazy walk. This next one is called the seat circle, okay? You're going to get on the floor, sit on the floor with your knees bent, alright? You're going to place your hands behind you, okay? You're going to lift those feet off the floor like so, and push with the hands so the body spins in a circular motion with the seat as a pivot, okay? Let me show you what that looks like again from this side. Just spin, legs off the floor, spin. Next one is called bouncing ball. You're going to take a regular bouncing ball, you're going to bounce that on the ground, you're going to let that come to rest, okay? You're going to imitate this movement with your students, okay? From this bent knee position, oh, Jesus. With the upper body erect, okay? You're going to imitate the beginning of the ball movement with a high bounce and gradually lowering it to the height of the jump to simulate the ball, okay? Coming to rest, all right? You got to have your children push off the floor with their hands to gain some additional height and also to absorb part of that shock, okay? Let me show you what that looks like. Bouncy ball, slowly until it's a ball coming to rest. This next movement is called the seesaw. You're gonna face and join hands with a partner. Can I get my partner? Okay, now you're gonna move, face and join hands with a partner. Now you're gonna move the seesaw up and down, up and down. One child stooping while the other rises, okay? Recite the words if you want to. It goes like this. Seesaw, Marjorie, seesaw, Marjorie, Ma and Pa like a seesaw, seesaw, Marjorie, This next movement is called wiring the dish rag. Can I get a partner? You gotta face your partner and you gotta join hands, okay? Then you raise one pair of those arms up, alright? And you turn under, continuing until a full turn, until back to the original position. Alright?
Yeah.
You gotta watch so you don't bump your heads. This next move is called the partner toe toucher, okay? Partners about the same size. They hop on their backs. Can I get my partner? Partners about the same size. They hop on their back, same weight too. With their hands near each other and your feet in the opposite directions, okay? You join arms using a hand-wrist grip, alright? And you bring the legs up so the toes touch. Okay? You see that one more time? You stay high on your shoulders and you touch the feet high. Alright? Partners should strive to reach the high shoulder position because that's what we want out of this. This makes it more difficult. This next movement is called the double top. You face a partner and you join hands. Can I get my partner? Okay, you experiment to see which grip is going to work best, okay? Now, with straight arms, you lean away from each other while moving the toes closer to your partners, okay? Spin around slowly in either direction, taking tiny steps, all right? The variations of this, you can use a stooped position, or instead of holding hands, you can hold a pole and you can increase the body lean backwards, okay? Try it while standing right side or to the left side. Next move is called the roly-poly, okay? 4 or 5 children lie facing down on the floor side by side, okay? The last child, whichever the last child is, he does a rolling log. We've been over the rolling log before, okay? Rolling log over the other children and then takes a place at the end. Continue until everybody has rolled twice, okay? Now, say I'm at the end, okay? I'm gonna do a rolling log over the children until I get to the end of the line, okay? They're all gonna do this twice. Next movement is called the cricket walk, okay? You're gonna wanna squat and spread the knees. You put the arms between the knees and grasp the outside of the ankles with the hands, okay? You walk forward or backward. Alright? So you chirp like a cricket and you turn right and left, okay? This next movement is called the frog jump, okay? From a squatting position, with the hands on the floor, slightly in front of the feet, okay? You jump forward a short distance, okay? Landing on the hands and the feet simultaneously, alright? There's a difference between this stunt and the rabbit jump, okay? Let me show you that again. The emphasis is on both height and distance in this one, okay? Okay? This next movement is called the seal crawl, okay? You're going to start in the front leaning rest position with the weight on the straightened arms and toes, okay? Keeping the body straight. Walk forward using the hands for propelling force and dragging the feet. Dragging the feet, okay? So you're gonna Can you see my feet? You see me? You move forward, dragging your feet on the ground, using your hands to propel you forward. Reverse seal crawl is a variation of the seal crawl. Instead of starting in the front resting position with your toes on the ground, you're gonna drag your heels on the ground, sort of like a crab walk. Not really. You're gonna drag your feet on the heels on the ground, with your arms being the driving force for your dragging. With the elbow crawl, it's a variation of the seal crawl. You're going to want to start on your elbows. Okay, you assume the original position of a nice front leaning rest position. Okay, you start on your elbows. Now, with your feet on the ground, you drag yourself forward, kind of like an Army Ranger, but it's called the elbow crawl. This movement is called the measuring worm. From a front leaning rest position, you're going to keep your knees stiff and you're going to inch up as close as possible to the hands, okay? You got to regain your position by inching forward with the hands, okay? Keep your knees straight and bend at the hips if necessary. I'm going to illustrate that for you. From a front leaning rest position, you inch forward. You inch forward. Inch forward. This next movement is called the mule kick, okay? You're going to stoop down and place your hands on the floor in front of the feet. The arms are the mule's front legs, okay? You're going to kick out with the legs while briefly supporting the weight on the arms. You take the weight of these on the hands is important, okay? The variations of this is you can kick out 2 times before returning to the ground. Okay, here you go.
The next video will begin with the walrus walk.